Being a seminary teacher, and since this change in age from 19 to 18 for men and 21 down to 19 for women, I've really come to realize just how important seminary is. And so here's my challenge for those of you preparing to serve a mission, no matter where. Study the gospel. Take advantage of the time you have in seminary to study the scriptures, learn them, understand them, gain a testimony of them, of these words, of these stories, of these principles, of these doctrines of the church, because that is what you're going out to teach. And you'll have so much a greater advantage if you can gain a testimony now of the scriptures and what they can do for you in your life than on your mission while you're experiencing it and trying to teach it and trying to help others to come along that. If you can go there with your own testimony, with your, however humble it may be, of the Book of Mormon, of the New Testament, of Jesus, of the atonement, of all these wonderful doctrines that you will be teaching and be testifying of, then you'll have so much more the advantage being out there. But something that I've been learning recently, I mean, the Lord is hastening His work. There's no question in my mind. And that means a lot more is expected of those He sends out as missionaries, that they've got to be better prepared. And I know that you are and can be. And He'll give you the opportunities to be able to do that. But you've got to take advantage of that. And so I just encourage you, be very... really concentrate in not only seminary, but in your wards, in your meetings, but be diligent in studying the gospel. Be a student of the gospel, and I don't care how young you are, 12 up to 18, doesn't matter. You've got to be spending time all those years, and the more prepared you are, the greater the instrument you'll be able to be for the Lord. And so I would just highly recommend and to challenge anyone preparing to serve a mission to be diligent in studying the gospel, in living righteously, and gaining a testimony, so that when you go out there, you will already have a basis on which to testify to those that you teach of the power of the gospel and what it means to you in your life, and how you have exercised those principles and lived those commandments, and you can testify to them of the blessings that is brought into your life, because there's great power in that. When you know and when you have experienced it, you're able to communicate that to your investigators, and the spirit that can be brought in when you can testify like that is remarkable. Rather than just saying it and challenging them, you put a seal of living reality on it. You know it. You've experienced it. And you can testify with that kind of power. But here, right now, in your youth, this is the time to be able to gain those experiences and to gain that testimony and to gain that understanding of the Book of Mormon and of the New Testament and the Old Testament, the Doctrine and Covenants, and Joseph Smith and the Restoration, and the basic doctrines and principles of the gospel, and of tithing, and of living the word of wisdom, and living the law of chastity. You can live that, and you can testify of the blessings that it brings into your life. And so take advantage of the time that you have right now to prepare for that, because the more you do, the more you'll be so grateful that you devoted that time and effort to doing that as you go and teach the people that you encounter.